Hello. So I'm going to share with you one of my most efficient grounding chord exercises. This is kind of the quickest way to just ground your energy in the middle of the day, in the beginning of the day, at the end of the day. I've brought you into the sanctum of the redwood trees right here in Northern California. I'm going to invite you to just tap into the essence of these trees that are so strong. Their roots go so deep down and they reach so high up. So I'm just bringing in the energy and strength of these trees to you today as we go through this guided visualization. So before we close our eyes and begin, I'm gonna give you this visual. We're gonna work with the bottom of the pelvic floor. And this is related to our root chakra, our seat, our security, right? So at the bottom of your pelvic floor, your perineum, you have your two sits bones, these two bones, the bottom of the pelvis, right? And then you have a third bone, you have your pubic bone in the front of your pelvic floor. And so I want you to imagine when we're working with breathing into our seat today, the energy of this triangle, right? If you bring your fingers and thumbs together, it creates a triangle. These 2 points of the triangle are your sit bones. The front point is your pubic bone, and here we are. It's in this transverse plane, right at the bottom of the pelvic floor. So I want you to breathe evenly into these 3 points at the bottom of your pelvic floor. And I'm going to guide you into that just to give you a little visual. Go ahead. I hope you're in a comfortable place where you can really take your seat and tune in. Go ahead and close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, just roll your shoulders back a few times, allowing your skin to soften into your bones. Start to notice the quality of your breath without needing to change it. It might start to change as you tune in. And I invite you to start to take a deeper breath and allowing the deeper breath to enter in through your nostrils and all the way down to the bottom of your pelvis. For women, we're breathing into the womb. For men and women, we're breathing all the way to the pelvic floor, all the way down to the perineum. And as you exhale, you're sinking through those 3 points, the 2 sit bones and the front pubic bone. Again, just allowing your inhale to take your breath all the way down to the bottom of the pelvic bowl, the perineum. And as you exhale, just sinking the weight of your body through those 3 points, the 2 sit bones and the front pubic bone. Good. We're going to do this a couple more times, and as you inhale into your pelvic bowl, you can imagine like a nice orb of light entering. And as you exhale, just noticing your seat, taking your throne on the Mother Earth here, noticing the contact at the bottom of your perineum, and even sometimes the genitals, right? We have some stimulation of the genitals when they make contact with the earth. So just noticing everything that is at your seat today. And we're just going to take a few more grounding breaths into our lower abdomen. Ideally breathing it in and out through the nostrils, but if you need to, you can exhale out through the mouth, and that might help to just relax the jaw. And then now, right at the center of the perineum, of that triangular seat, you can even imagine at the tailbone, a grounding cord opening up all the way down into the center of the earth. Okay, so you're creating visually with your mind's eye a grounding cord opening up from the center of your perineum, your pelvic floor, down, down, down to the center of the Mother Earth. And that grounding cord can look and feel however it needs to for you today. Ideally, it might be like roots to a redwood tree, but it could be like fire or water or a dragon's tail. How does your grounding cord appear for you today? And then what we're going to do now that we're establishing that grounding cord, you're going to scan your body from a little bit above your head all the way down, scanning your field of awareness. And anything that doesn't need to be there, like other people's energy, stresses, thoughts, little birds chirping in your ears. You're going to send that down into the grounding cord. So again, just scanning your body and just noticing if there are distractions or pressures, energy being held, other people's energies. And you're going to send it down the grounding cord and imagine it like compost returning to the soil, returning to the earth. All of that, if it's gunk or junk or distractions, just giving it back to the Mother Earth. Beautiful. And we'll just take a few more moments breathing into our grounding cord. And as we empty out from head to toe, we empty our vessel for the day. What we're going to do now is reverse the flow. So that grounding cord that's down in the center of the earth, imagining it wrapping around the core and the heat and the memory, the heart of the Mother Earth. Imagine that connection and gravitational pull down. What we're going to do is stay established to that heartbeat of the earth, and we're going to start to draw the nutrients all the way back up through the perineum. We're going to draw it up through that grounding cord. So the nutrients of the Mother Earth, the strength that comes from her, the vitality. And I want you to imagine it like a golden orb of light, like the sun. And so starting to sip it up, almost like you're sipping it up through a straw. And if it helps, you can gently contract the perineum, the pelvic floor muscles. This could be also known as a Mula Bandha engagement. And as you start to contract and feel that you're sipping the nutrients up through your perineum, it draws up through the bottom of the spine into the root chakra. And we're just going to imagine it going up the spine through each chakra point. So we're sipping it up from root chakra now to our sacral. And as it enters into the sacral right above the navel, we're going to draw all the way up to the solar plexus, a little bit more high belly, floating ribs. We're feeling that strength and nutrients drawing it up, mixing with our own nutrients and vitality, and it gets to our heart. And feel free to put a hand on your heart here. Feeling your heartbeat, feeling that connection to the earth, noticing that maybe your spine feels more supported to be lifted and erect here. And then go ahead and continue to draw the strength and nutrients from your heart, from the earth, all the way up through the throat, our ability to speak our truth, drawing that strength and nutrients, an orb of light through the pineal gland, the third eye, the center that allows us to see visually inside the truth, the guidance that comes from within. And as we draw up to the crown of the head, we're going to rest there for a moment. With your awareness of the crown of the head, you can place your opposite hand either on your heart or your womb, maybe your liver, just that feel where your body wants to be held in this moment. What feels like your center today? Coming into your center, breathing into it. And in this moment, if you would like to, and it's optional, this is the time to call your higher self or your guides, your spirit guides, your totems, your angels, maybe just your higher wisdom to be with you today on this journey. Coming back to the breath and the sensations in your body. And when you're ready, just opening your eyes and acclimating to the colors and the sounds and the sensations around you. And I hope that was helpful for you today. And feel free to use it anytime that you need to. Thank you. I'd love to hear your comments on it, and you can respond to me here. Namaste.